Is MCM worth it for small handmade businesses? So, I vendored at my first ever MCM last weekend, and this is my review, which I hope will help out those of you who are also potentially looking to vend at this con. Now, the reason I want to talk about this from the perspective of specifically a handmade art business is that according to MCM's current rules for Artist Alley, you must have 70% print or paper goods, so that's books, comics, etc., to be eligible for Artist Alley. That means that for myself, whose main body of work is handmade polymer clay goods, I am not eligible and would likely be rejected if I did apply. What this then means is that if I do want to go to MCM, I have to go to retailers. Now, the price of a retailer table is £1,150, which is almost 5 times the price of Artist Alley. Now, fortunately, thanks to everyone who found us on social media and made the effort to come find my table in the North Hall. Thank you so much if you did that, by the way. We were able to make back those expenses and more. However, I would say that approximately 70% of my sales came from people who specifically mentioned seeing my videos on social media. This means that without those videos, I would probably be looking at quite a sizable loss. This is because, despite being 5 times the price of Artist Alley, retailers has a much lower footfall. I would estimate a third, if that. And that is because attendees go to see the artists, and they don't know that there are artists in retailers, that handmade artists aren't eligible for AA, or that, some artists have outgrown AA and simply need a bigger space. There were also numerous other issues, like the layout being poor, there was no signposting in the North Hall, the map was impossible to read, and all of these issues were frequently mentioned to me throughout the day from people who spent all day sometimes just trying to find me. Although I did have an absolutely amazing time, like genuinely one of the most fun cons I have been to, it does have issues. And if you are a handmade business or an art business that is not eligible for AA, if you don't have outside ways to drive traffic, so, social media basically, then it may be that unfortunately at this time, retailers isn't worth it for you. Now, fortunately, thanks to the support of everybody on here, which again, I cannot say thank you enough, retailers was a good enough experience for us that we will be going back. However, I think in future, I and other artists would love if they would implement some kind of premium AA booth option or split AA between the two halls just to make the foot traffic a little bit better.